Welcome to my channel. Just imagine if the tiny little creatures living in your gut, like bacteria, actually control your mood, weight, sleep, immunity, and even how your brain works. Sounds weird, right? But that's the truth. Your gut isn't just for digesting food. It's a whole world in itself, a hidden world we call the microbiome. Understanding and fixing this microbiome is the mission of the book Super Gut, written by Dr. William Davis. Here we bring you detailed summaries of the world's best books. Today, we're going to talk about a book that can change your health, energy, mood, and entire life from the inside out. The book is called Super Gut. Its goal is to make the microbes inside you healthy again, repair your body, reverse illnesses, and fill you with new energy. Dr. William Davis is a cardiologist who discovered a big truth during his career, that most diseases in our heart, brain, or it doesn't start from the lungs, but from our gut. And if we fix our gut, miracles can happen in our body that we can't even imagine. This book dives deep into understanding our inner world, cleaning it up, and rebuilding a super gut. Ahead, we'll learn how our gut system works, how it gets messed up, and about Dr. Davis' scientific and natural strategies that can give your health a whole new direction. So let's get started on this journey where every step counts. Here's an easy way to get your health, energy, and life back. Inside our bodies, there's a whole world we can't see with our eyes, but it controls our health from within. This is called the gut microbiome. It's not millions or billions, but trillions of tiny creatures living in our digestive system. These include bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microorganisms. But don't worry, they're not enemies. In fact, they're the real guardians of our health, as long as they stay balanced. Dr. William Davis explains that when a baby is born, their gut microbiome is fresh and natural. But as we grow up, our lifestyle, diet, and medications gradually mess up this balance. Nowadays, with modern lifestyles full of junk food, preservative-loaded meals, sugary stuff, too much refined oil, frequent antibiotic use, lack of sleep, and constant stress, all of this shakes up the delicate world inside our gut. When these healthy bacteria start dying off, when harmful bacteria start increasing, it's called dysbiosis. That means the ecosystem inside your gut is out of balance. In simple terms, the good microbes that should be in your stomach have either died off or their balance is messed up. And instead, bacteria that cause gas, bloating, constipation, depression, anxiety, skin problems, and obesity take over. This messed up gut directly affects your daily life. You often feel bloated, can't sleep well at night, and get irritated over small things. You get this cloudy, foggy feeling in your mind, which doctors call Davis brain fog, and every now and then you crave something sweet. Not just that, it also weakens your immune system, making your body prone to getting sick over and over. The book mentions a case study about a woman who often suffered from stomach pain, anxiety, and fatigue. The doctor gave her antacids and antibiotics, but nothing helped. When she followed Dr. Davis's gut protocol, her problems started disappearing little by little within a few weeks. Not only did her stomach get better, but her mood, energy levels, and skin have all improved. This is just one example, but there are hundreds of people who have realized that the real cure isn't outside, but inside, right in our gut. That's the biggest takeaway from this section. If we understand our gut microbiome, we can eliminate more than half of our problems at the root. Now, let's talk about that hidden epidemic that's slowly messing up the health of millions of people from the inside. But most people don't even realize it's happening. This illness is called SIBO, which stands for small intestine bacterial overgrowth. It means that the number of bacteria in our small intestine becomes way more than it should be, and these bacteria start growing where they're not supposed to. Normally, most bacteria live in the large intestine where they help with digestion. But when these bacteria move into the small intestine and settle there, that's when a bunch of health problems start. When food reaches the small intestine, these bacteria begin fermenting that food, which leads to gas buildup. It feels like this. Your stomach bloats, you experience pain, and you're uncomfortable all the time. This is what's called SIBO, which means bacteria growing in the wrong place. Some common symptoms are constant gas, bloating, feeling heavy right after eating, and a foggy feeling in your head called brain fog. You might also get acne or skin allergies, feel tired repeatedly, and have issues like constipation or diarrhea. People often ignore these symptoms, thinking they're just minor problems, but these are all signs that SIBO is slowly developing inside you. SIBO is a quietly spreading, it's like a pandemic affecting people of all ages and genders. The sad part is, most doctors don't even recognize it. People often go to the doctor with symptoms and are just told to take antacids, probiotics, or fiber supplements. But the real cause, which is SIBO, has no proper treatment. Dr. Davis believes that if we want to restore balance in our gut, we first need to identify SIBO and then fix it. For that, he recommends a simple test it's called the hydrogen methane breath test. This test measures the gases in your breath that are produced by bacteria. If these gases are found in high amounts, it means you have SIBO in your small intestine. Treating SIBO isn't just about medicine, it requires a complete lifestyle change. Dr. Davis shares a special SIBO detox protocol that includes the right diet supporting the good bacteria and natural methods to reset your gut. He explains that when done correctly, when you clean out the gut, it's not just your stomach that gets better, but your brain, skin, energy levels, and immune system all improve big time. That's why Dr. Davis says if your health keeps messing up and doctors can't find a solid reason, it's very likely SIBO is to blame, slowly eating away at your body from the inside. And until we figure it out, you can't get the right treatment. We often hear that food isn't just for filling your stomach, but it can also be medicine if you eat the right stuff. But nowadays, with the stuff we eat every day has stopped being medicine for our body and turned into poison, especially when it comes to gut health. Dr. William Davis clearly says that if you want to heal your stomach and microbiome, the first step is to completely cut out certain foods from your life. Number one on the list is sugar. Yep, sugar. Whether it's white sugar hidden in bread, mixed into juice, or added to sauces, it's the biggest threat to your gut. Sugar feeds the harmful bacteria living there. This causes them to start growing rapidly, while the healthy bacteria gradually begin to die off. Next up are processed carbohydrates, foods that are heavily processed like white bread, biscuits, pasta, salty snacks, and ready-to-eat meals. These lack fiber and don't provide any nourishment to the gut. Instead, they weaken the gut lining and increase inflammation. Then comes something very common but equally harmful: grains, especially wheat. The glutenin. There's a protein called wheat germ agglutinin that damages the gut lining. This makes the gut walls leak, which is known as leaky gut. When this happens, chronic inflammation starts in the body and autoimmune reactions kick in. A bad diet doesn't just harm the gut, it completely messes up the balance of gut bacteria. Healthy bacteria end up starving, while harmful bacteria thrive on sugar and processed foods. This leads to bloating, fatigue, anxiety, skin problems, and people start facing health issues. The book shares stories of many who improved their health drastically just by cutting out three things: sugar, processed carbs, and wheat. One woman suffered for years from migraines, stomach problems, and skin allergies. When she removed wheat and sugar from her diet, all her symptoms disappeared within a few weeks. Her face started glowing, her stomach felt better, and her mood improved too. Many others have shared similar experiences, saying they got better just by changing their diet without any medication. Changing this helped them lose weight. Their sleep improved, and they started feeling energized in life again. Dr. Davis says that if you want to start your gut healing journey, the first thing you need to do is remove these three enemies from your plate. That's the real cure. It's not found at the pharmacy, but right on your plate. Now that we know what harms our gut health the most, it's time for the next step where real change begins: rebuilding your gut, like a super gut. And for that, we not only have to get rid of the bad stuff, but also bring the good stuff into our lives. The key to fixing your gut is to repopulate it with good bacteria. But the question is, where do these helpful bacteria come from? The simplest answer is from the food we eat. What we eat either strengthens our gut microbiome or completely ruins it. That's why we need to include things in our diet that help grow and sustain these good bacteria. The first thing is fermented foods. That means foods that are naturally fermented, like homemade yogurt, congee, pickles, sauerkraut, and kimchi. These are packed with millions of good bacteria that go straight to your gut and help build a healthy microbiome. Another important thing is prebiotics. These are foods that feed the good bacteria already living in your gut. Stuff like onions, garlic, raw green bananas, beets, taro, and oats. They're full of fiber and give the right bacteria in your gut a chance to thrive. Besides these, some natural, there are things that are super effective in healing the gut, like fiber-rich veggies such as spinach, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, and beans. They help repair the gut lining and reduce inflammation. Another really important thing is bone broth, soup made from bones. It's packed with collagen, amino acids, and other essential nutrients that fix a leaky gut and strengthen your intestines. But just eating right isn't enough. Our daily habits also have a big impact on gut health. Dr. Davis keeps stressing this again and again. Not getting enough sleep, being stressed all the time, and not drinking enough water. All these things slowly mess up your gut health. If you really want a healthy gut, you need to get 7 to 8 hours of deep sleep every night. You should try meditation or yoga to relax yourself, and drink plenty of water throughout the day so toxins can flush out easily. These small but powerful habits can turn a weak, sick gut into a strong, super healthy one. And when your gut is strong, your whole body will feel the difference, from your mood to your energy, your skin, sleep, immunity, and even your confidence. All of it. A super gut means a super you. Dr. William Davis's book, Super Gut, is full of unique and practical advice. His Super Gut protocol is basically a roadmap that anyone can follow at home. No expensive meds or constant doctor visits needed. The goal is to get rid of the bad bacteria in your gut and strengthen the good ones so your gut balance is restored. The coolest thing the book talks about is Symbio yogurt. This isn't your regular yogurt. It's not just yogurt, but a supercharged yogurt packed with special beneficial bacteria like Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus gasseri, and Bifidobacterium infantis. These bacteria don't just cool your stomach or help digestion, they actually rebuild the gut lining, heal leaky gut, and fight serious issues like SIBO. You can make this yogurt at home, but it needs a bit of special preparation. For this, you heat the milk and carefully mix in selected probiotic capsules, and then it's left to ferment at a specific temperature for about 36 hours. The whole point of this long fermentation is to produce as many beneficial bacteria as possible, which are way more effective than those in regular yogurt. But fermentation isn't just limited to yogurt. Dr. Davis encourages people to start making fermented vegetables at home. Things like cauliflower pickles, cucumber and carrot congee, or mixtures made with ginger and garlic. These foods not only boost your gut microbiome, but also help reduce chronic inflammation inside the body. He also mentions that which probiotics and prebiotics work best together. For example, if you're taking Lactobacillus reuteri, pair it with prebiotic fibers like inulin or pectin. This helps the good bacteria stick around and grow in your gut for longer. This combo has been proven effective in scientific trials for gut healing and boosting the immune system. The book includes lots of research studies and clinical examples showing that when people follow this protocol, eating SIBO yogurt, fermented foods, and taking probiotics with prebiotics, they see real benefits. If you keep your gut balanced, not only do your stomach issues improve, but so do your sleep, mood, hormone balance, and metabolism. It's simple. If you really want to fix your gut health and turn it into a superpower, just relying on medicine isn't enough. You need to turn your kitchen into your own lab and make things yourself that truly heal your body. That's what the Super Gut Protocol is all about. Easy, affordable, and completely under your control. Our body has a deep and magical connection that you can tap into. It's the connection between our brain and gut. In today's science, this relationship is called the gut-brain connection. Dr. William Davis explains this connection in detail and shows how our mood, thinking ability, and even our sleep directly depend on the health of our gut. You've probably noticed that when your stomach isn't feeling right, your mind also gets restless. Or when you're stressed, you start having stomach cramps or gas problems. This isn't a coincidence. It's actually a two-way communication between your gut and brain. There's a connection and communication happening through a special nerve called the vagus nerve. If the balance in our gut isn't right, meaning there are too many harmful bacteria or the gut lining is leaking, this directly affects the brain. The result is anxiety, depression, brain fog, and poor sleep. The book shares real life examples of people who struggled with depression or anxiety for years, but as soon as they started taking care of their gut, like with SIBO yogurt, fermented foods, and after switching to a probiotic and prebiotic diet, their mood started to improve. Their mind felt calmer, and they began sleeping more deeply. This change wasn't just in their thoughts. Medical scans and behavioral tests backed it up too. Here's a really interesting idea called psychobiotics. These are special probiotics that don't just affect digestion, but also brain health. In other words, these bacteria influence happy chemicals in your brain like serotonin and dopamine. Psychobiotics like Lactobacillus reuteri and Bifidobacterium longum help lift your mood. They reduce stress and boost mental focus. That's why today, both neuroscience and psychiatry are starting to agree that healing the brain isn't just about medication. It's also about repairing the gut. If your gut is healing, your brain will work better too. You'll feel calmer, more aware, and happier. So if you've been struggling with low mood, anxiety, or sleep problems for years, the answer might not be in your brain, but hidden in your gut. And when you build a super gut, you're actually creating the foundation of a supermind is also being built. When we talk about the supergut, most people usually think it's only about gut or digestive health, but actually, it affects your whole body. When your gut is healthy, it helps you lose weight, boosts your immune system, and makes your skin clear and glowing, all without strict calorie counting or expensive skincare. The first thing everyone thinks about is losing weight. Many people exercise for hours and diet, yet still don't lose weight. The thing is, the problem usually starts with a bad gut. When your gut isn't healthy, your metabolism slows down and inflammation in your body goes up. But when you fix your gut, like following a super gut protocol, your metabolism starts working better. This helps you lose weight gradually without even counting calories because your body digests food properly and absorbs all the important nutrients well. Another big thing is your immunity. Around 70% of our immune system is in the gut. If the gut bacteria, if your gut balance is off, your immunity gets weak. That's why you keep catching colds, coughs, allergies, and infections. But when you fix your gut, your body gets better at fighting off infections. You get sick less often, allergies decrease, and your body starts protecting itself against all kinds of illnesses. Another really important thing is your skin. There's a strong connection between gut health and your skin. Sometimes issues like eczema, acne, dryness, or rashes happen because of gut problems. When your gut is healthy, inflammation goes down, toxins get flushed out, and your skin naturally starts to glow. Dr. Davis's book has plenty of case studies where people's skin problems completely healed just by taking care of their gut. In fact, a healthy gut helps fix every system in your body, whether it's your metabolism, immune system, or your skin. That's why a super healthy gut isn't just about stomach issues, it's the foundation of your whole body's health. When your gut is in good shape, your entire body works with renewed energy and freshness. This book shares many real and amazing stories of transformation. There are stories that truly change a person's life completely. These stories show us that if we take good care of our gut, problems like IBS, anxiety, obesity, and brain fog can also be resolved. One story is about a woman who had been struggling with IBS or irritable bowel syndrome for years. She faced a lot of trouble in her daily life with stomach pain, hemorrhoids, and constant indigestion. But when she started following the Supergut protocol, which included SIBO, yogurt, and fermented foods, all her problems started to get better in just a few months. It started happening earlier, where she used to have stomach problems all the time. Now she was able to live a normal life without any issues. There's another story about a young guy who was constantly dealing with anxiety and brain fog. He couldn't focus properly, and his sleep was bad too. He also started taking care of his gut, and gradually his mental stress reduced. His mind became clearer, and he began feeling more focused and calm. The book also shares many stories of people struggling with obesity who, by following the Supergut protocol, lost weight and boosted their energy without heavy dieting or going to the gym. These people say that when things are right, hunger and cravings come under control, making it easier to lose weight. All these examples clearly show that this change isn't just for a few people, it's something anyone can bring into their life. The key is to take good care of your gut the right way. Eat properly and give your body the chance it needs. That's the real magic of a super gut. It brings health and happiness into everyone's life. If you want to start your super gut journey, the most important thing is to begin in the right and clear way. The first 10. In the coming days, you'll need to take some specific steps to help your gut start healing slowly so you can actually feel better. The first thing is to cut out stuff from your diet that harms your gut, like sugar, processed carbs, and especially wheat or grains that cause inflammation. At the same time, add foods that boost good bacteria, like fermented foods, homemade probiotic yogurt, pickles, kimchi, or sauerkraut. Also, make sure to include fiber-rich veggies that are essential for your gut. Good bacteria feed on this. Another important habit is to take probiotics daily, especially the ones recommended in the book, so that the good bacteria in your gut increase and harmful bacteria are kept in check. Along with this, create a good daily routine. Get enough sleep, relax to reduce stress, and drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. It's also really important to track changes in your body and gut. Note down your symptoms every day, like bloating, digestion, sleep, mood, or any changes in cravings. This will help you figure out what's actually working for you and where you need to pay a bit more attention. Patience and consistency really matter in the beginning. At first, the changes might feel slow or sometimes a bit uncomfortable, but that's exactly when your body starts to heal. So, keep yourself motivated. Celebrate the small wins and remember, this is a big investment in your health and life. After getting through the first 10 days the right way, you'll notice your energy levels rising and your stomach issues easing up. Your gut is improving and you're feeling happier too. That's the magic of the super gut. Slowly but surely, it changes your life in a deep way. The biggest takeaway from this book is that the real secret to our health lies in our gut. Dr. William Davis explains the gut's role so clearly that it shows how our body, mind, and whole life depend on this small part. We learned how a bad lifestyle, poor diet, and stress have messed up our gut and how we can fix it. We've also learned that by following the Supergut protocol, with the right diet and habits, we can keep not just our stomach, but our entire body and mind healthy. Dr. Davis has a big dream that everyone becomes their own doctor. Take charge of your health and listen to what your body is telling you. He says our bodies have an amazing ability to heal themselves. We just need to trust that and take steps in the right direction. I want to tell you to believe in your body and your gut. Your health is in your hands, and with the right habits and awareness, you can make it better. Big changes happen slowly, but every small step brings you closer to a healthier, happier life. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending this time with me on this journey. Now it's your turn to find your super gut. Take care of it and improve your life with new health and energy. May this journey bring you new happiness and better health. Thanks again. If you like this summary, please hit like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback means a lot to us and helps us get better. Helps in creating content. Let's come together and build a new and better world with our ideas. Jai Shri Krishna.